Nail Soup Media. We specialize in websites, web communities, and internet products.
Okay, this may be a little boring, but I'm going to do my best to show you some components when it comes to where we're going to be going for you, the broker of the business. So, basically, how it works is there's the user side, and then there's the web stuff in the background. So I'm going to try and cover both as we go, but I may have to split it up. So the first thing we're going to do is, and it has nothing to do with the consumer side, this is with the web side, is to create legitimacy. And what I mean by that is search engines are very smart, and what they do is they will they look at how long you've owned the domain name, how long you have it registered out to, and then there's things like registrations. Registrations are like what we did with Google Places. So what'll happen is that like this is what's called a Google Places thing. And let me show you something that you have that like what we're going to fix. Like here's one where you got a review from Yahoo saying listing agent was incompetent, Juby Weaver, blah blah blah. So we're going to groom this for. Now this is a user side, so I'm sort of talking both ways. But I just happen to see this, so we're going to get reviews on all your things, and what this does is when the search engines see that you have a legitimate business, that it's been verified, that takes whatever you're saying on your site and moves it up more. So we're going to be working on and it's not just Google Places. It's review sites like Yelp, Mojo Pages, City Search, Super Pages, Merchant Circle, Local.com, Kudzu, a host of other sites, Foursquare. These are all like geek things that nowadays, when the search engines see that you have all these other websites that you don't own, so you can't manipulate as much as you would if you had say like we're going to get on each site, we're going to get 5, 10, 20 of your clients writing reviews and saying this and that. And what happens, and we're gonna, and your business is not just this page. There's all these different types. There's buying, there's selling, there's investment, there's commercial, there's all the different areas with all those things. So if you take all the different combinations, there's thousands of avenues or doors that we're going to open up by doing things right. And it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. There's all these guys that say, oh, we'll do this for $19.95, blah, blah, blah. That's great. They take your money. You get a little bit of result, but that's it. What we're doing is creating a freight train. And what it's going to do is as we get all these things, we'll get you on Angie's List, Insider Pages, about.com, as all these things, as we get reviews and things and comments and articles and all these things done across the internet, what it does compared to your competitors, the search engines see that first of all your site has, when we're done with it, it's going to have over 600 pages of content. And the content is going to be real estate related, area related, and action related. So the keywords that people are putting in: foreclosure, short sales, investment, Lakeview, all these different things. Those are things that are going to get better placement because of the foundation of content that you have on your site. Okay. Now take all the things of all these little icons you see and more. Basically, as we get clients to review you and do things like that, what'll happen is that your site will have a lot more weight and will become an authority versus just being a competitor in your market. because the others aren't going to do this. They don't have this recipe. They don't do it. So now you've got a lot of weight when it comes with that. So, I'm going to take this aside. Okay. So what's going to be happening? What we're going to do is we're going to give your presence on the internet some depth and some breadth, and we're going to get you more exposure in all the different areas that you could be doing business, in real estate. Okay, so that what that does is, it gives you more, ranking with the search engines. We're also going to create spheres where your business is going to get a lot of action. We're talking about Zillow, Trulia, Facebook, Homes.com, a bunch of others. And what's going to happen there is we're going to set up accounts for your business, for your broker, and then for all your agents. And what's going to happen is we're going to get more business out of Zillow and Trulia and Homes and other sites like that because of the fact that you have so many agents. See, the way agents have gotten business in the past is through them being out and about, doing some advertising, maybe paper or billboard or all the different places, the different ways that they did in the past. Well, through sites like Zillow and Trulia and Homes where they have conversations, people are looking at the people that work for you. Their experience, their specialties, the awards, testimonials, things like that. They also check the questions. How are they, answering questions, because people are asking, some of the things. It's something that these days it's just like brick and mortar. The internet is allowing people to get a feel for your agents and your brokerage. So by getting the brokerage and your agents set up properly on Trulia, Zillow, Homes.com, Luxury Homes, all these places, what's happening is more people are getting to know each agent, and each agent, times 50, or however many you have. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact number. They're all coming. They're directing. They're asking, they're answering questions. They're doing things. There's just more and more links of conversations and good positive reviews and all these things. All the things that we've talked about up to this point is giving your business a presence, because everything's going to have your Coldwell Banker, Brainbridge. That's going to be how everything's going to be tagged. It's going to be branded. So as all these agents are out there, we've created or enhanced their Zillow and Trulia and Facebook and all this other stuff, and just the mere transition from like for Zillow, if your agents don't have a photo on their profile, they don't get leads. If you put a photo, that alone makes it beginning back to legitimacy. Zillow says, okay, you're legitimate. If you get reviews from clients, put on your Zillow and Trulia account. Both sites give you more free exposure when people are searching. Your face comes up, things like that. So, what's going to be happening is we're going to be showing something that no one else is doing on the level that we are. When it comes to entrenching you in all the spots that matter, and getting your agents, like for every agent, they're going to have probably 10 or 15 places extra that they don't have now, that their name, their phone number, and your broker name is going to get exposure on the internet. So what's going to happen is you're going to be seen all over the place for. Okay, I got to stop for a second. Can you hear this? I have a little dog that today, of all days of me doing all the video recording, she has been like Miss Piggy. She's been eating. Every time I try to record, she comes in and eats and drinks, and it's just funny. Anyway, okay, so let's move on. So the thing is that this is just part, and what this does is it's going to create, a sphere where your brokerage is going to be seen everywhere, and for things not just real estate. It's going to be about community stuff, cities, counties, things like that. And what's going to happen is this all boils down to getting dominance, and let me get to another part here. Now, seeing we can do this, we can create, the spheres like we can, and get it for the site the way you gave it to us, the way you said, hey, this is what we want. What I saw in this is that, okay, why not do it this way? Since you have 4 offices, why not make it to where, each office has its sphere? And you have so many agents that what we're going to do is we're going to make it to where, each site is, or sorry, each office is going to have its own sphere and its own domination, because that way, because it's not just going to be like just one area. It's going to be the area and the areas surrounding it, and this area and the area surrounding it, this area, the area surrounding it. So you're gonna get a pretty good effect. And this is just, the biggest thing behind all the stuff I'm saying. The thing you saw in the beginning with all the different websites, the agents that we set up their accounts, and we, they get, traffic that way, and everything's going back to, the different areas, not only to the main site, but to the things that we're making for each office. What this does is it creates master linking. Now, when people do search engine optimization, the reason why they get, on the first page of Google is because everyone's linking to them, recommending them, saying, hey, this site's a good site for, red apples. So what this is all doing is we're creating it, but everything that we're doing is managed by us for you, not having to go out to all these places. So like, when you get links back from Facebook and Trulia and, Zillow and Homes and then remember all these other sites that I had up here, and then with YouTube, we haven't talked about YouTube yet, but we will. But like, Local and About and Foursquare. Let me put that up. Yeah, Foursquare. All these different places. These are, hundreds and thousands of links that are going back to your business and then, correspondingly going to the micro, clusters that we're going to make here. So what happens is that, in the old days, you would when people did linking for you and got your search engine ranking, they would ask a bunch of strangers, hey, link to us, blah blah blah. Well, now with this system that we use, it's all controlled and it's reputable and it's everlasting. Because what happens is these other sites change companies, and the new web guy says, oh, I don't like all these people linking, so they take them all off and they have their buddies do all this stuff. Well, when you're getting links back from Facebook, that's your account. Trulia is your agent's account. Local is your clients. Doing Foursquare, the same thing. All these different sites, they're controlled within your sphere. The people, your agents and your agents' clients. That's the recommendations, the authority that you're creating by this. So you're going to have a stronger representation, stronger search engine placement, and then just the kind of exposure. You're going to be all over the place. Every time they put in the company name, or they put in your agent's name, or their phone number, or your main phone number, the office, all the different offices, it's going to come up with more meaningful things. Right now, when you put in your information, it's just not there. It's not there as much. How do you say it? It's just not. It's not focusing them on really quality sites that they can go to and go, wow, this client said this, or hey, I saw the Trulia question they answered. They had a really good answer. That's the difference. That's the degrees of difference between Campbell soup and homemade soup, and that's the kind of thing that we're doing. Okay, now let's talk about the power tools that you have because you're a broker. So you have an agent, and every agent has a sphere of links that are, from their website, having a link that goes back to you, to their, Zillow profile and their Trulia profile and other profiles they have on the web where they list the broker, linking back to you. And for all the different registrations that they have, on other sites that people review them, and in the body of these sites has links back to your main site. Okay, so each agent provides, initially probably 50 links back to your site, and how their profile is done, which we're going to help groom their profiles all over the place. It will optimize it for them and optimize it for you. So now, when it comes to the search engines, they're going to see a steady stream, throughout the year of links, from all the questions that are answered, from listings, and this is the biggest thing, the power of the listing. The listing, just one listing alone, and I have a video I'm going to send you, the power of one listing, has the ability, like when a listing's listed, right? It has, it goes to your website and other websites, and so we're going to show you how to keyword listing descriptions, so that if a property has some unique factors, that's keyworded. So when this listing goes out through the MLS to thousands of websites, we're going to teach you how to make your listings get shown in search engine results from everyone else's sites because of how you say what the property has. But on top of that's a sidebar. Sorry, I did that. But now let's talk about the linking structure. Okay, YouTube alone, to the fact that you guys don't have it set up right, and you're giving away every listing that you have that's listed with Coldwell Banker by itself, going to the Coldwell Banker site and not your specific YouTube channels, which we made 4 of them for all the different offices. But basically, anytime that happens, you're giving away search engine ranking. You're giving the rankings to show up on properties to Coldwell Banker Corporate. Or if people are doing the virtual tours for you, they're, a lot of them put in, I'll show you an example. Okay, this is a client of ours that, up until recently, they weren't listening, or actually they didn't listen, then they listened, and now they're going back to the old habits. What's happening, if you look at this here, the link is going back to the virtual tour company, not to their website. Okay, if you look at this listing, you see the address is correct, the MLS number, real estate for sale, and then the agent's website, her name, and phone number. Now, if you take this and you Google it, you'll see that she's on the first page of the search engines on top of all these others. Oodle, Realtor.com, Trulia, Zillow. The first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then there's more videos we did because we have another thing that we do. So 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh no, that's it. That's not it. Oops, hold on. Let me find it. There's more. Nope, there's not. Oh, yeah. There's some more down here. So we give the videos a lot more exposure. So, but if you look at it, just having her own YouTube account, because she had everything going to Coldwell Banker, or it was going to the virtual tour company. And now that she has it like this, she's getting traffic and first page video for all her listings. So basically, doing this kind of thing is something that the listing has. Just with YouTube alone, you're going to pick up more business, because when people type in the address, or they type in the type of home, or they oops, hold on a second. Sorry. Oh my goodness. So the type of home, all the different factors that we put in the description of the YouTube video, you're going to get more traffic. But the biggest thing you're going to get is link backs to your broker site. So So we're, the fact that you have a bunch of listings is, each agent is going to give you, once we tweak it right, is going to give you more of an audience, and all of these are link backs to your site as well as to the agent. So we're going to help the agent, and the agent's going to, by getting their visibility and their exposure and their reach up, it's going to all come back to the broker site. Okay, so that happens, say 50, 60 initial links, and then every time they interact on Trulia and Zillow and Homes.com and Facebook, they're going to get more links back to your site. And then every listing has, at the minimum, the MLS reach on everyone else's website if they're unique homes. If they're not unique homes, like a casita or with a pool or whatever area, we'll learn this as we get to know you. Whatever areas that are like the property has some unique features to it that people will search for, we're gonna up your exposure just by teaching you some tricks on doing a better listing entry in the description. But then see with YouTube, we have some video functions that will get it out to a bunch of other video sites, as well as Trulia, Zillow, Homes.com, and about, you've got it on your own thing as well, the listing syndication, okay? But it's how you syndicate is the difference. And basically, we have some things that we do with the verbiage on these other sites that get you more business. But if you figure each house gives you, let's say, 50 or 60 outside links from YouTube, MetaCafe, AOL, Trulia, Zillow, blah blah blah. Okay, you've got 60 to 100 links that develop in just a few months from the agent just sitting around, just getting contacted or answering a few questions, and then each property gets you 50 to 60 links from authoritative sources. If you take your all your listings, you've got a slew of them, right? We're now going to turn each listing into a search engine powerhouse for your site. Now, this doesn't happen overnight, so when I say powerhouse, I'm being a little dramatic. But the thing is that what happens is that every listing is getting you hundreds of links back, and every listing that we can put, associate certain areas to it, because remember we're breaking the main site, but we've got the 4 different offices. So every listing is 60 to 100 links coming back, 60 to 100 links going back, 60 to 100 links. Then we got more agents, so more people, coming, more listings, links, and these are links that are authoritative. They're not from Habib's, I don't know, or Joe's, carpet shack. Okay, it's not like that. It's something that is, like the YouTube accounts we're making are going to be all about, Meadville, all about the other areas that you have. So when all the videos are in, the search engine is going to go, oh, okay, this is a YouTube channel that's talking about Meadville, and it's talking about Meadville real estate. So what happens is that any videos that get put in there, they get linked to a site like your broker site and the agent's social media. It gets more relevance. So now it's by all the ingredients have been there, they just haven't been working for you, and we're gonna rearrange everything and make a system. We're gonna make a checklist. Like, okay, here's the things that, like when a listing gets listed, here's what you need to review before you list it. Here's when the virtual tour needs to be, put into the corporate site, like the main office, and whatever city, whatever office that's covering that listing. Need to make sure, that the syndication is working right. All these different things, little adjustments, not any more work than you're doing now, but it's taking the ingredients and putting them in a different order and a different series that is going to create a lot more synergy, and you're going to get a lot more out of it. I'm sure I've left out some things, but this should be enough. It's like 20 minutes or something long, so I apologize. But basically, this is the game plan for you to share with your partners about what's going to happen. And the next one will be about an agent video to them that will show them that we know what we're doing and we're going to help them. The least capable on the internet is going to be more powerful than the competition's best internet guru for real estate. Okay? I hope this helps, and I'm going to make another one. See ya.